Guys, and welcome back to Mummy Cooks Homemade. Today we have the quintessential English Bakewell Tart. Love it. I haven't made it in ages. Absolutely love it. So you're going to need to preheat your oven to 180C, fan 160C and gas 4. You're going to need 200 grams of plain flour or all-purpose flour, and a bit extra obviously to dust your worktop when you roll out your pastry. 2 tablespoons of icing sugar, or I think it's confectioner sugar in the States. Just mix that together with your hands. So butter, margarine, whichever. You want 100 grams. This is straight from the fridge, so it's chilled. And you're going to make that into little, what do you call it, pea-sized pieces. I don't do pastry by hand if I can help it. It always goes in there. So you're going to need a fluted tin. Here's me showing off my new one. And it's loose based, which is best for getting your pie out. And it should be 23 centimetres. Now you're going to need, now all your butter and everything's been combined, one large free range egg beaten and 1 tablespoon of milk, and just add it slowly into the mix, or as I might well do in a minute, dump it in. And then you're going to chill this dough while you make the filling. See, it's starting to come together now, look. There was no work involved in that whatsoever. That yolk brings it together. It was a bit softer than I expected. It's not usually that soft, but hey ho. Here's me trying to unravel without getting dough everywhere, look. If I was a good cook, I would have prepared that beforehand, but whatever. I never claimed to be a good cook. So I'm going to slap it on there. Yep, there you go, you see. I slap everything. Except the kids and the husband, obviously, but food-wise, I slap everything. So make it into a disc so there's less rolling out. Slap it in. Stop saying slap. Place it in the tin and into the fridge. Gently. No slapping involved. Then you're going to take it out and put it onto your work surface. Don't slap it onto the work surface. And roll it out. See, it's much easier to work with now. And I ain't got to do too much work because it's already in that round disc shape. Look at me with a pastry, look. What a champ. I don't mind short crust, to be honest. I really don't. Savoury or sweet. But puff pastry? Ugh. So now I'm going to just fold it over as quick as I can and get it into the tin. I absolutely love this tin. If you haven't got one of these tins and you make tarts and stuff and you've got a soggy bottom, please get one of these. I got mine off Amazon. I've done my quiches in it. I did my quiches in it this weekend. Oh, the pastry is always crispy because it's got all them little perforations in it, them little holes. I wish I had one of these sooner. It's so good. So I'm just going to use a piece of pastry now. Because this is fluted, I want the shape of them, the sides of that in my pastry. So I'm just using another bit of pastry to press it into the sides and the bottom. And that's pushed it in. And all I'm going to do is use my rolling pin, go over the top, and it cuts it right at the top. There we go, nice and neat. Give it a stab. If it's not a slap, it's a stab. Screw up some paper, as I normally do. I never put a disc in there. I never measure it out. I just roll it up and, yeah, whatever. And then chuck the beans in. But having that excess over the side stopped it from being burnt, so. The pastry itself wants to be about the thickness when you're rolling it out of a pound coin. I don't know, do you have the same thing in America? I have no idea. Anyway, it's out now and you can see it just behind. Right, to make the filling, you're going to beat the butter and sugar together until pale and fluffy. So you want 150 grams of unsalted butter, margarine, or 150 grams of castor sugar, or I don't know if I'm sure, if I'm absolutely sure, I think it's superfine sugar in America. Until they're pale and fluffy. There's my base, look. Didn't shrink too much because it was cold. And it didn't burn because I had the thingy around it. The excess paper. And you're going to add 3 large free-range eggs. And these should be at room temperature. Remember to scrape down that bowl inside. Amy, why don't you just use your spatula, for God's sakes? It's alright saying these things afterwards, isn't it? Give it another mix up. Another egg. Bit down the side. I can't see that button. Usually when I do it like this and I can't see that button, I spray it everywhere because I turn it onto the pulse. I think, when was the last one I did? I think it was the Christmas cake. I left it in the video. Why not? We all do stuff in the kitchen. No point hiding it, it was funny. So 3 eggs go in. And there's the ground almonds. I bought mine from Amazon. Because I wanted to make this, then realise, oh, I ain't got none. So I just jumped on Amazon. This was the day before. And ordered them off there. The Amazon brand, the Happy Belly. And they come in 200 gram packets. So you're going to add 150 grams into this of your ground almonds. There it is. Lovely, lovely. So my recipe does say 4 tablespoons, but yeah, I just, honestly, I like to slap on as much jam as I like to slap on, to be perfectly honest. Because if you put too little on, you can't taste it. Anyway, so I just tend to slap a load on and call it a day. So if you want the measurements, it is 4 tablespoons. and then you'll spread it out evenly. Pour this batter on, and then it says 2 tablespoons of flaked almonds. Guess who forgot the flaked almonds? I won't bother though, to be honest. Yeah, so just put your mix in. And if you're not like me and you don't forget, then you want 2 tablespoons of flaked almonds just sprinkled over the top once you've levelled it out. What you want to do is bake this in the centre of the oven, the preheated oven. Yum, yum, yum. For 35 to 40 minutes, and just check to make sure it's done. This should not be bone dry because of the almonds. See, it didn't make any difference really about them few almonds on top, to be perfectly honest. And this is why you need that loose base bottom look. And look how crisp that pastry is even at the bottom. No soggy bottom for me. But yeah, it's absolutely foolproof. It's so easy and it's so yummy. It went so fast. If it doesn't come out clean at the 40-minute mark, just leave it another 5 minutes, but it should be cooked. You want something that is moist, not something dry like an overbaked sponge cake. So there is the Bakewell Tart. Yeah, I've got plenty of recipes coming up, some short recipes, no long recipes, and some spicy ones too. So talk to you down in the comments. Can you start, if people make something from my channel, any chance you can send me an email with a picture of it, and I'll start putting them on my community post. That'd be great to see everybody's pictures up there on the community post that do bake my recipes. I'd love to see them. My email address is in the About Me section. So yeah, speak to me down in the comments, and I'll see you next time, guys. Bye.